putting up numbers on some pretty decent teams as well. Now they're trying to cement themselves up near the top, really lock themselves in for playoffs.
Yeah, and you know what they say? I mean, like teams like this, teams like Tachanka's Angels who are down, they have nothing to lose. You know this. You know this. You know the saying. You know, don't back a person into a wall who has nothing to lose because they'll do anything they
All
can.
you can go is forward. It's the only place you can go is
Yeah,
forward.
that's not true. Sometimes I'm sorry, life really does suck. But yeah, Tachanka's Angels, Tachanka's Angels are one of those teams that are backed up into a wall right now. You know, their standings are looking mighty bad at the moment. At the moment, this is, I feel like, you know, this is the time where they slowly start to pick it back up. They understand what they're doing. They have experience, a little bit of experience in Eris now. And I mean, the best thing is they're just having fun. You know, this is a team that are just having fun. And I'm all here for that. I am all here for it. I can't wait.
Guess what else I'm all here for, Adam?
Map bands?
All here for the rosters. That's what we're here for. We're here for the players. All 10 of them loading into the lobby today. Tachanka's Angels starting off with Toxic Peach, Ice Rocker, Flog, Jay Holiday, as well as Stephos. Jay Holiday's got some gunning to do, you know. Last time we casted her, she actually played really well. But on the side of Homeland Nova, Dire Fox, Ava, Secret, Strana, as well as Tex, these are people that are really well ingrained in the women's community because of their skill. I mean, Tex comes from collegiate, so does Dire Fox. Ava, Secret, and Strana have been on teams before, and this Homeland Nova roster is crafted pretty well, and they've looked pretty strong all the way through the season so far.
I don't know what it is, but I seem to have some sort of curse because last time I saw Homeland Nova, they got 7-0'd as well. I've seen a lot of 7-0's, but the difference between, you know, obviously the team that we saw last time in Homeland Nova is that Homeland Nova are way further up in the standings at the moment. They're sitting pretty fancy, and I think that this is one of those games where it's like they can either boost their score or they can get absolutely upsetted on.
Hey, but the thing is that 7-0 was admittedly one of the closest 7-0s that we've ever seen.
No, that
every single round was like a 1v1, and it was Wichita Wolves, their coming to age story. Announced the org, announced the W. That's how that went, but
that felt like it wasn't a 7-0. But
yeah, that was.
I agree.
That was a weird one for sure, but overall, I mean, I guess besides that one falter, they've still looked good with Tachanka's Angels. They've had good moments, but they haven't been able to quite string it together. They'll have one round where their entries look really clean and really good, and then their execute is lacking. They can't transition properly. Or some rounds, their openings will look really rough. And then they'll somehow manage to get an execute down and get it close. And then you just have to think of, man, if maybe one of those gunfights had gone their way, they would be able to win. But they haven't been able to piece together the full picture of a single round yet. But overall, having those positives of having one piece, having the other, sure, they're in different rounds. That means eventually that you are capable of doing it. It's just a matter of if they can do it at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see if they can kind of take this to Homeland Nova. You know, I think this is going to be exciting. You know, I think that this is going to be, like you said, a coming of age story for Tachanka's Angels. You know, we see this group of, you know, we see this ragtag group of friends come into Project Eris, a group of friends that are just ready to see what competition they're up against and face any adversity. I want to see it finally get paid off. You know, I want to see this awesome story come together finally. But life does suck sometimes. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Homeland Nova can string together this victory here against Tachanka's Angels, who again are currently at the bottom of the standings, if I'm correct. But you know, this could be the first win that they ever get. They'll overcome Slaughterhouse in the standings as well. I think maybe even Talentless. Yeah, including Talentless.
Maybe.
So if they get a win today, they're going to jump from 10th to like either 7th or 6th. So who knows? Or 8th. I'm trying to look at the numbers. Yeah, from 6th to 8th. Like this is one of those games where Tachanka's Angels could really benefit from.
Yeah. But we actually have the map bands ready. So, you know, that's where the rubber really meets the road. We can figure out exactly where we are going to be going because the map is pretty important, I would say. Would you agree?
No. Didn't expect me to say that. Are we going to wait? Oh, well, bank is gone. Yeah, we're going to Oregon.
Yep. We love Oregon. Great.
If you don't understand the joke, guys, Oregon is not great. I do not like Oregon, but I don't think this would be the first time I saw Tachanka's Angels on Oregon, so maybe this is comfortable for them. Maybe this is a good way for them to get introduced. We'll have to see. But yeah, Oregon, unfortunately, it's going to be the map for us to play. It's a bit of a staple at this point, a little bit too boring, but there's more time for us to, see what could come out of this. Oregon, while it is boring, it can show the most raw skill because everyone knows how to play the map, and it's just going to come down to skill. So we'll have to see. I'm trying to make lights of the negatives here because I just don't like Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon. I don't want to cast this anymore again. I say this every time we see this godforsaken map. It's a mid-state at best and a lower-end map that can be pretty boring. So hopefully for both Tachanka's Angels and Homeland, maybe they have just enough spice to really make this worthwhile. However, with what we've seen from Tachanka's Angels, they have played this map before and they have struggled on it. But once again, this was one of those maps that we saw them have the combination of each stage of the round, but never at the same time. Maybe they fixed these issues. I'm hoping. But I mean, it's kind of, yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed is what I was going to say.
Yeah. And it's one of those maps where it's like, it's Oregon, Like, if there's any map that you want to fix your mistakes on, that's probably one of the most common maps in the game. And I think that there's a likelihood for you to fix your mistakes. It's on this map. Everyone scrims it. Everyone knows it. It's very, very common. Let's see how it plays out, though. We can talk as much as we want. We can hype it up as much as we want. We can get into potentials as much as we want. But none of it's going to matter unless we actually get into the game here. Tachanka's Angels, I'm going to struggle with that a lot. I don't know why. Tachanka's Angels, thank you, guys. Thank you for naming your team this. Tachanka's... I need to read a thesaurus or something. I need to read it like a book. Tachanka's Angels, Homeland Nova. We're going to Oregon.
Yeah. The band phase, let me guess. Thatcher. Wow. I think I'm borderline clairvoyant here. That's just how it goes. The second attacking band, it can be different here and there, but a Maverick, that's doubling down on the quote-unquote anti-breach of the attacks, which means that if something like a Cade isn't left on the board, then things are going to get very difficult getting breaches open, mainly like E-Box, Hatch, something like that. But as soon as you see the Mav band, Homeland Nova, they're not going to fall for that trick. They're not going to purposely fully handicap their attacks. They're going to take down the Kaid, make it a little bit easier for them. Most likely a Mira is going to fall as well, because who likes playing Mira, especially on Oregon? But, yep. And with these bans, it also leaves a certain Navy SEAL up who goes by Valkyrie, who's very strong on this map.
Yeah, Valk, a little bit too strong on basically every map in the game, but Oregon is one of those maps where she can be basically... There's no reason why you don't bring an IQ at this point, now that Valkyrie's even available. Like, the thought of a Valkyrie is going to be really, really rough. So if that does come into fruition, we're definitely going to need to see an IQ or just something to counter Valkyrie, because there's a lot of important intel you can get whenever it comes to Oregon. Sometimes attacks can happen before you even know that they're happening. So to have those Valk cams up is a really, really big benefit. So we'll just have to see what happens. But doesn't seem like we're going to be seeing it here for the first round. As it's going to be typical Kids Dorms, Tachanka's Angels are just going to be playing this, as standard as they possibly can. But I'm excited to see some of this content creator play. I can't wait. I have to kind of get used to these pronunciations. You're going to have to give me a break here. Is it Flog? It's Stephos, Ice Rocker, J Holiday, and H?
Peach. Like the fruit. Okay. It's pronounced peach. Yep.
There it is.
I have the same reaction. So
that is weird.
It is an interesting one. So, as everything stands right now, not a whole lot has happened. We see a slight extension headed over towards the trophy side, a shield, and a Rooney Gate. Some utility burn that's going to have to be dealt with. But as of right now, that shield with the Rooney Gate on it kind of isn't protected by anything. None of the ADSs have been allocated over towards that side. And in theory, as soon as Strona goes up on that rappel, she can just take out the shield, and then all of a sudden you don't have that ability to swing comfortably over and challenge Master. But for Strona, she is right next to Ice Rocker in Classroom, who Ice Rocker's gonna realize that her position has been compromised. She's gonna run away, tuck tail, head up the white staircase, rejoin her teammates on site, or actually go on a full loop downstairs and start heading towards Green Hall.
Got quite the setup going on here inside a trophy. A very interesting one. Don't typically tend to see a trophy hold. You kind of see that in the default way of holding things. You kind of see just a hole above the attic wall sitting next to Pit where you're able to contest that with a C4 and add pressure from there. But no, Tachanka's Angel has taken pressure to a literal word. It's Ice Rocker. The Valkyrie cosplayer herself. I think she was the one for the Valkyrie cosplay. I hope I'm right about that. And if I'm not, I'm sorry. But she's the one that's going to be contesting from the stage side right now. Ava, currently just working on getting rid of that mute jammer. She's able to do so successfully. Now, Homeland just need to work on the defaults. You know, they just need to get themselves inside. They don't really have to do anything special at this moment in time. They just have to wait. They have 2 hard breachers to work with. They've gotten rid of the mute jammers. But now, Strona's making her way up the master bedroom stairs. They've got Jay Holiday playing inside of Trophy. She's going to take a lot of damage here and get traded out. It's going to be first kill of the game here, going in the way of Homeland Angels.
Yeah, you just crossed it up.
I'm just doing literally every name that isn't Tachanka's Angels at this point. Homeland going to secure the first kill. What an entry here from them, as they'll be able to get rid of the main part of control that Tachanka's Angels really had.
Yeah, and as the flank could potentially go out, I think there has to be an air jab allocated over towards this area, considering that Secret was in the area. But Ava as well as Tex could potentially be in danger from that back big tower stairs if the flank comes through. However, as things stand, Strona able to pick up the second kill onto Stephos, but now Ice Rocker, the flank has come to fruition. She takes a couple more steps, she's going to be able to take the gunfight, but unfortunately for her, Tex was watching. Can't fool her with that one, and now as the Roni shots below, Peach, they know that she's off site, and Dyer's going to be taking full control. Down goes the diffuser. All of a sudden, it's a post plant. Peach taking a lot of damage, and Flog taking even more. Put down into an early grave, as now it's just Peach in a 1v5. The potential flawless round could be coming for the Homeland attack, and Peach doesn't have a whole lot of HP to work with, but luckily for her, neither does Tex, the one that's holding down her flank. But it doesn't matter when you land the headshot, the Habana, the ACOG, the Type 89, it's too strong, and in Tech's hands, it's too lethal. Flawless. 1-0 for Homeland Nova.
Well, that's one way to start there. It definitely seemed like Tachanka's Angels were, leading up to that round, they definitely had themselves structured. They had themselves pretty well. But whenever they lost Jay Holiday sitting inside of Trophy, that's kind of whenever things started to get a little bit rough for them. And they went for aggressive flanks. Unfortunately, they just didn't work out. It just is what it is. It happens to the best of us. And now Tachanka's Angels are going to switch. They're going to switch bomb sites. They're not going to be running into a wall. They're not going to be ignorant. They're going to go downstairs, and they're going to try a different site. You've got the Valkyrie now on the board for them to help them out as well. So let's see how they can work this one. The defense can be downstairs, can be a little bit easier to hold sometimes because there's a lot of safe havens. You know, you have a lot of positions where you're just safe. You can just sit down and be safe. But at the same time, you have to be very aware of what you're holding. You have to be very aware that you're going to get naded out of bunker. You're going to be naded out of freezer. You got to be very, very careful whenever you're playing on this basement site. There's a lot of extensions you're going to have to do here. Pillar, of course. So you got to be careful. Let's see how Tachanka's Angels decide to play this because, I mean, I would say if there's any round to win, it's either going to be this round on this site or next round. It's got to be something soon because Oregon defense, it can be really tricky whenever it comes to attacking it. So I think that if you want to get an advantage, it's now.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Yeah. The top floor bomb site can really be a slippery slope, almost like a domino effect, where if one thing doesn't go your way, it's really hard to claw back a man advantage, especially when the entries of Homeland Nova started off looking so strong. The map control that they were able to gather was taken at an alarming rate. Basement, however, it's kind of on the opposite spectrum. It's one of those sites that you can really bunker down and make into a fortress. And for the side of Tachanka's Angels, they're going to be looking to make that happen. 4 players on site, 1 player off. Ice Rocker trying her best to roam once again, this time on the Valkyrie instead of the Melusi. Some extra intel to help her roam might prove fruitful.
Have to see what she can do here, because we've seen many times that a late flank up, a late flank, excuse me, up into meaning can be very dangerous at times. I mean, it can win entire rounds if you're able to hold that very well. So everyone hold your breath. We'll have to see if that comes yet. Burn's going to come out here from Homeland Nova, as they're just going to get rid of the shield. That is their main objective at the moment right now. Controls all over the place right now. However, Ice Rocker and Tex look like they're going to come to a head here. Ice Rocker stuck behind sandbags inside a meeting, and unfortunately that's going to be her demise. Unfortunately, nothing can save her right now, as she's the only one upstairs. She'll be downed, and just like that, she'll be finished. Ooh! And what a way to attack on another. Secret takes down Flog, and it seems like the site is really starting to work out here for Homeland, as Strona takes down yet another. Even though they can't get the wall here inside of Elbow, it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Jay Holiday's going to have to make a really good play here if she wants to try and secure this round, and that's one way to do it. Takes down Dyer through the wall with a beautiful shot. 2 versus 4. Stephos and Jay Holiday, SMG-11 duo. There's gonna be no shortage of peaks here for Jay Holiday, who just wants to get plays. They just want to get frags through, because at the moment the only thing that you can do to win this round is dwindle down the numbers as they come. 49 seconds left. Everything's gonna come to a head very, very soon. Jay Holiday swinging E-box, very careful.
Yep, there's some pre-firing going here, there, everywhere, as Strona's going to pick up her 3rd kill. Hungry for the 4th. She's going to flick, and she's going to find it. The quad for Strona. G36. It goes Bird. All entries, all... You know, that round was just all Homeland all the way. Really well done. As soon as that roam went down, the E-box hatch was opened. Pillars was taken with ease. And there wasn't a whole lot of anything that the TACHANKA'S Angels could do. They were locked in a box. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. There was nowhere for them to go. All the breaches got opened, and it just wasn't fun.
Definitely was not fun. I will say TACHANKA'S Angels, you know, I think they're the main thing that kind of like slowed them down a lot. The main thing that really didn't help their case was the fact that they just didn't have anyone playing inside a pillar. You know, you could see that Strona was just able to get in with no repercussions whatsoever. Once they got rid of that bunker control, that was kind of it. And TACHANKA'S Angels were just left stranded inside of the bomb site, not much working for them. I would say next time, if they really want to try that bomb site, you definitely need to add a little bit of pressure into pillars, maybe a shield, maybe an actual, you know, maybe a full hold, maybe just a player, you know, anything, any sort of pressure on the pillar to make sure that Homeland can't just walk down the main stairs, the tower stairs, like they did that last time. But either way, it doesn't seem like it's going to matter right now, as they're going to be going back upstairs, and they're going to be running a very similar defense, setting up a bunker inside of Trophy with renegades everywhere and a deployable shield, ADSs.
5 seconds remaining.
Last time, it unfortunately didn't work because the shield was cleared and Jay Holiday was simply stuck in a corner,
Attackers must locate and
off to
defuse the
fend
bomb.
for her own, and was basically in the least refraggable position of all time.
Yeah, one of the big things that I just saw on the setup was the shield is attached to the door frame with an ADS behind it. If you want to employ that strategy, you've got to leave a little bit of a gap between the shield and the door so the ADS can actually do its job. Right now, the shield can be taken for free, which is really unfortunate, and just something slight like that, something small, seemingly minute, can be an absolutely massive difference in a round, especially because Jay Holiday wants to play this aggressive area. And boom, even with an ADS, that shield is gone, and no longer is that safety net for the aggressive plays for Jay Holiday. Sure, you still got a Gemini, but how much life do you really have in your body when Strona is hunting you? They know that the drone intel is all good. There's all sorts of cutoffs, distractions, and Strona. Down goes the opening kill. Homeland Nova with the man count flawless on entry so far, with Strona flawless in the entire game.
Whole lot of Strona going on right now. Ice Rocker unfortunately knows that this flank is going to be heard as the barbed wire is going to go off, but she's going to run up the stairs. I think she's a bit early on this flank, however, as unfortunately Secret isn't even inside of Armory just yet. Is really unfortunate miss time. She's going to clear the barbed wire. I think She wants to make as little sound as possible, but at the moment, the cross is just not favoring her. There's a window open to her left. She's going to be flashed out there, and we know just how powerful flashbangs are now. And Secret will make her entryway in. They'll force Ice Rocker back. Now, honestly, I'd rather she be out than in, because I'd rather her be alive at the moment. You need man count here to Tachanka's Angels, and right now that's not what we're getting, as Ice Rocker is stuck behind and stuck underneath the stairs. Strona's going to come on down here, trying to add 8 to her tally, but unfortunately she can't do just that. It's a bloodbath right now outside of the classroom, as Paige is going to take a lot of damage. Sorry, Peach. I have to get used to that. 55 seconds left in Homeland. They're trying to deal with Ice Rocker. We're also getting an execute going down, but I would say that the advantage is in their hands right now, and it could turn even more so, as Peach is in a very dangerous position. And Ice Rocker goes down to Strona for a double kill.
Yep, Strona just keeps on fragging. And Ava will continue where Strona left off. Down goes the dip player. It's just 2 site anchors against the world. Homeland Nova, they can get into bomb site from a variety of ways. They only have 1 gun allocated towards each way. And once the drone intel comes in, it's going to be difficult for them to stop it. Steph was able to take out Strona, a well-placed C4. It's actually a swing, but she doesn't shoot. Could have gotten another frag there, but now she's going to be robbed of her vision and most likely her life as this swing comes out. Secret, down goes Steffi. Stephos, as it's just Flog left in a 1v4. She takes so much damage. The bomb is going down. She is just trapped in a corner with Homeland Nova attackers all around her. However, miracles can happen. More flashbangs go out. The unfortunate timing as she swings, she's once again robbed of her vision, and the pre-fire from Secret will end this round. 3 straight rounds for Homeland Nova, who seem to be on a revenge tour from their faults last week.
Absolutely. They got 7-0, and now they're trying to bring the hurt. They're on their revenge tour. They are taking it out on Tachanka's Angels right now, who just look... I mean, they look really rough. I think the main mistake that they're making is that they're taking a lot of one-on-one gunfights without much support. And, you know, that typically comes with whenever you want to make an aggressive play and try and make a play that can win you around, which is nice. But at the same time, you can't have that happen every single time. And at the moment, that seems like exactly what Tachanka's Angels are doing. They're trying to make plays happen that win them rounds. And unfortunately, they just can't seem to do that. There's no refragability on the side of Tachanka's Angels right now. And that can be changed. You know, they can just play together a little bit more. They can... If someone's getting swing, you know, call for backup and try and get a swing going, a counter swing, and establish angles. But at the same time, Homeland are also just doing this so quickly to the point where it doesn't give Tachanka's Angels as much time as they would need to establish these crossfires and try and help each other out and get these refrags. But regardless, 3-0 on attack here for Homeland. They're looking stunning right now. Nothing is stopping them from just basically dragging Tachanka's Angels even farther down. And that's a new one. The C4 made with a rotate, but I mean, we'll call it a time saver. They're saving time.
You have Flog as well as Peach to make rotates. Interesting choice. However, I mean, sometimes when you play intricate setups, it can be difficult to, you know, have your full time. And for Stefos, she's definitely a lot more comfortable with the MP5 as opposed to the shotgun. Not necessarily a horrible pick. Not going to really talk crap about that because it's still a very good SMG. And if you don't need a shotgun, then I guess why take it? But overall, with how Tachanka's Angels have been trying to play utility, I don't quite know if it's fully fleshed out. There's still just some slight subtleties, like the shields on doors with nothing to protect them. It's almost like, yeah, you have a shield, but for what? If they were able to protect them and play off of them, it doesn't necessarily seem like that much of a waste of utility. Once again, we see a shield over towards Elbow with nothing on it. And even more so on Green Hall, there's another shield that's in front of an Aruni gate, when usually the Aruni gates are allocated to protect a shield and add an extra layer of the defense. It's been so easy for Homeland Nova to just get rid of utility. I mean, 1 Ash charge for 1 shield, that's a trade deal that would be an absolute waste to not go for. I mean, pretty much the only thing that you want those Ash charges for is to get rid of shields. They don't have to burn any flashes. They're allowed, the Homeland Nova attackers are allowed to keep those flashbangs for more aggressive plays like we've seen. They're flashing the bomb site because they haven't had to burn.
Yeah, it literally just comes down to the fact that they're just... all they have to worry about is Jay Holiday and her ADSs at this point in time, and it doesn't seem like they're going to even need to worry about them, as Stefos is going to go down. Strona is just an attack on a 9th kill this entire game. This has just been absolutely crazy here. A 10th kill for Strona. A 2nd kill in the round here as Flog goes down. Control is taken of Showers. Unfortunately, that will miss. What is going on here? Strona is just, I mean, just running through TACHANKA'S Angels at the moment. Dining is completely clear, and unfortunately, we have no C4s to play with off of this. I mean, only thing that you have is Ice Rocker on Echo, and Jay Holiday is going to go down as well. Homeland has control of the site. They can just work with this. That's going to be a 5 versus 2. Ice Rocker and Peach. I mean, they have no shortage of utility with the Echo drones to try and deny this plant, but unfortunately, that's not the main focus right now, as it is going to go down. 45 seconds left. Ice Rocker going to swing here onto the shower halls. However, she's going to be met with Secret, slamming her down. 1 versus 5, and a beautiful shot there from Peach to take down Tex. Not a flawless round now. Peach does have a Roni, perfectly capable of taking one-on-one gunfights, but once you get into a one-on-two, it can be very tricky. Not that much of an ammo count on that side of things. She's going to challenge the player sitting inside a shower, but there is an air jab on that, and it is going to be Secret to claim that kill. 4-0. This has just been dominating so far for Homeland.
Yeah, the site choice for going to Dining is one that we've seen fall out of meta due to this exact reason. A minimal take is kind of all you need for the attack. Just take control of small tower, get a breach open, plant, you're done. Not really a whole lot that the attackers needed to do, and we saw as soon as that breach went open, there was just so many angles that the anchors couldn't deal with. Control a bathroom, that came easy as well with a quick breach, you know, and especially that over towards the bunker hallway, you know, that little elbow corner outside of Dining. The shield was gone so quick.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
They just like they kind of just went in with authority. Homeland
Yeah.
just like they just stormed in. They did not care.
So I'd say overall, moral of the story is the shield play from TACHANKA'S Angels. It has the right idea. However, it just hasn't been executed properly yet, because just almost every single round we've seen a shield that's placed in a good position, but it's just either not protected or not placed
10 seconds
perfectly.
to insertion.
You know, it is placed
5
perfectly.
seconds left
Strona's
before
crosshair. Holy moly. Strona has just been lighting up the entirety of TACHANKA'S Angels right now. And I think it's safe to say that, you know, she's not playing overly aggressive. She's going for some pretty weird swings. She's definitely getting ambitious, but she's mostly pushing with her team. So I could kind of note, I kind of, what are they doing? What the heck is that? I don't think I would be in, you know, it wouldn't be too crazy to call them a very structured team at the moment. Even though Homeland are up 4-0, they're not doing anything that's out of the ordinary. They're just playing together. They're just playing Clinical Siege and just sticking to themselves. And that's kind of what's giving them even more rounds. Now, the shield's going to be cleared out here in Strona. She's been very successful in getting rid of the player inside a trophy. However, this time around, that player is going to be rid of the trophy position, but with her life intact. For the first time, Jay Holiday will rotate out and try and keep herself alive for the late parts of the round. But the rest of Homeland going to start to work on the split take to get rid of the wall in Attic and also destroy the wall in Master. I think Peach just fell down the hatch. It's good. This one woman flank has turned into a two woman flank.
Ooh, Strona too quick on the trigger for Ice Rocker, who's going to be wishing that she got another chance at that one. However, Strona had a nice flick, and that's the opening frag for Homeland Nova once again. Every single round, it seems, Homeland, they start off strong, and they're able to transition all the way through. A quick trade in Attic, a 1-for-1. Down goes Ava, but down goes the refrag as Flog will meet her demise. It's just Jay Holiday, Peach, and Stephos left alive. And Peach, she's not on the bomb site. And with how Homeland Nova already have control of areas such as top main, she only really has one option. She has to go up white. The flank cams, they're coming through. And eventually, as Tex pushes down dip, She's going to have control of the kids rotate, but some shots are going out. Paige not able to land any of them, but Strona's going to be able to land too. It's just the Aruni once again in a 1v4 situation, and Dyer's doing her job. It's going to be round 5 with 4 plants for the Thermite. And the post-plant positions for Homeland have been almost flawless. Almost as flawless as their scoreline so far because, surprise, they haven't dropped around, and it doesn't seem like they're going to drop one anytime soon.
There's not a damn thing stopping Homeland Nova right now. Everyone on this team is just performing to perfection. And if you are Dyer, you're getting your plants down. This is a team effort. Even though Strona is 13-0, 14-0, as she claims her 4th frag of the round. Even though Strona is 14-0, this is a team effort. I mean, Homeland, like I said, they're not missing a beat right now. They aren't playing this attack like it's any different like it is in any other team. They're just playing like themselves. They're just getting themselves where they need to be. They're getting into the site. They're getting the wall open. I mean, they're just playing Siege like a Siege. They aren't doing anything stupid. They haven't even switched operators. They're just playing to their advantages right now. I mean, it's a combination of that, and unfortunately, a combination of TACHANKA'S Angels. They just look a bit all over the place. They look very loose whenever it comes to their defenses. They're very heavily focused on taking one-on-one gunfights, as I mentioned before, and unfortunately, that's coming back to bite them. Now, if I were TACHANKA'S Angels, I would go into this bomb site, a bomb site that, you have an excuse for taking some one-on-ones. I would go into this bomb site and just be prepared to just hold. Hold for time. Hold for time is the most important thing, because Homeland, at the moment, there's nothing that is stalling them out. You need to add a little bit of a stall factor, and at the same time, you also need to get ready to take ones while also having trade set up. This is the perfect site to do that. It is basically molded out for you. There are so many angles you can hold together, and we need to see more of that from TACHANKA'S Angels. Now, if they take this defense, I think that it's safe to say they could take a few attacking rounds. We'll have to see if they can do it. Still a little bit of faith here from, I would say, in TACHANKA'S Angels, but they definitely look like they're all over the place. They look very, being realistic, they look very, very all over the place. A very interesting shield setup as well, if you want to delve into that one.
It's the same thing once again, because I'm pretty sure that shield is on the other side of the door, so those ADSs aren't going to protect it. Yeah, it's attached to the door, so that ADS isn't going to do anything. Flog is sitting with 2 ADSs to her left, and as soon as anything goes towards that shield, it's going to get destroyed. Just like that. And then once again, like, the idea is correct for TACHANKA'S Angels, but the execution, it just hasn't been there to match. The ideas, extend into pillar, make sure that you can hold onto these areas adjacent to the bomb site, maybe get a late flank going with your roamer who's upstairs. None of those ideas can really come to fruition if something like all of your shield setup is just gone in the blink of an eye without really a whole lot of effort from the attackers.
Yeah, I know, and that's the main thing. It's like, this isn't wasting any time, like, it's a clever shield. And
if the shield was back 5 inches, it's a good shield.
It's fun, but it's really not wasting anyone's time. It's gone within, like you said, literally the blink of an eye. And now all they have to worry about is the pillar shield. They don't even have angles working against them. The E-box wall is completely reinforced off. So Flog, she's basically the only thing stopping Homeland from getting into the bomb site at the moment. And there's only so much that she can do. Ice Rocker's going to go down here to Tex as the opening frag works in the way of Homeland. Flog switching up angles here. Can be very smart. She's going to be able to rotate out in time, giving up pillar with a minute 15 left. Homeland, a lot of time on the clock right now. A lot to work with. And TACHANKA'S Angels, they're just going to have to prepare themselves for the worst right now because everyone is just stacked up and ready to get into the bomb site whenever time comes.
Yeah, and it seems like that time might be sooner rather than later. Another breach is going down as Dyer's going to try to get her way into the bomb site. Maybe go for her 5th plant, but considering the utility on the side of the defenders, I don't think there's going to be a plant on the docket. It's going to have to be frags most likely. There's... Actually, never mind. There's not any nitro cells remaining. But there is a grenade on the attacking side as Peach is going to learn the hard way. Flog swinging out is going to get absolutely cut down by Strona, who's trying to get another one. Can't quite land the shots, but a lot of damage done towards Stephos, as Jay Holiday on the Echo is still sitting back over towards Gold Hall. Might have to toggle on one of those yokais sooner rather than later, but she's going to swing and get cut down by Tex. It's a 1v5, potentially the flawless round for the flawless half, as just Stephos is left, and she has a whole lot of work to do. None of it's going to even get started. Strona with another kill. I believe her 15th of the half.
She's out for blood. I don't know what
She
this
is out
team
for
did.
blood.
I don't know what this team did to her, but holy crap. She just can't stop. Like this. Woo! This is crazy right now. Strona is just going off at the moment. And 6-0. TACHANKA'S Angels are going onto this attack with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think overall TACHANKA'S Angels on their defense, they had a little bit of an identity crisis where they would want to like extend out into certain areas and have utility intensive setups, but it's almost like an all or nothing. If you have like a roam, you need to allocate utility to the roam, or if you have an extension, you need to allocate all the resources to the extension. They were trying to spread themselves too thin, and that means that each layer of the defense was a little bit too weak. It's like having Saran wrap, where as it gets stretched more and more, it becomes easier to just poke straight through.
That's kind of funny, actually. But it's like Swiss cheese, you know? The more holes you make, is there less cheese or is there more? Wait, what was? Oh, what is the saying? Wow, how did I forget it? What is the Swiss cheese saying? It's like there's more holes. There's like.
I don't know. I'm not a cheese connoisseur. I like it, but
I'll remember it like 10 p.m. in bed and scream. But anyway, Homeland are up 6-0. I think, as we've noted, Connor, at this point in time. And Strona is nuts. I don't think there's a lot of analysis to go by here, but Strona's looking to tally on even more, as it does look like the TACHANKA'S Angels are going to be going for a lobby-sided push. A little bit of damage there onto Flog, but not fatal as of yet. That could change very, very quickly, given that it is Strona. She will do anything she can to get that kill. Flog gonna just clear stuff off the wall here. Very standard push going on here from Homeland Nova. They just got rid of this. Just got to get rid of the stuff from underneath, and they'll be all set. Now Paige is going through it right now. She's gonna get fired off from Z, and Strona's gonna have to rotate off of that. And I understand why Strona's just running around like this. You know, she just wants to get her frags at this point. She is the leading factor of this entire game. If she can just continue to be crazy against TACHANKA'S Angels and be unexpected, she can win basically the game.
yeah. Strona's in a very interesting position. Super interesting position. She's right next to Peach, but she doesn't have a nitro anymore.
Oh, that sounded
But
gross.
Flog doesn't have any life left in her anymore. First frag going to Homeland Nova for now the 7th round in a row. The utility burn over towards Attic. It's coming eventually, but so is this flank, and so is the headshot onto Stephos. Jay Holiday, she's trying to retake the mantle and get aggressive over towards this area, potentially burning with the air jab, but also just stopping a run-up. Unfortunately misses it, but now as the flashbangs will go out, it doesn't matter because now she's locked in. She's stuck with the Toxic Babe, stuck between a rock and a hard place, and Ava will fix up that frag, leaving it all up to Peach in the 1v5. So many flawless rounds for Homeland, as they had a great idea of what was going on in that attack. As soon as the attack stalled over towards Attic, Strona came on the flank. The utility rotated over. The smoke canisters came through, and the smoke gun came out at the end. GG 7-0 for Homeland. We have back-to-back flawless games.
That's got to be a kill record, right? That's got to be a kill record in Eris. 17 kills! And that was only across 7 rounds. She got 17 kills across 7 rounds. But I'm very happy that that was all in love. They're all calling each other mommy. All is good in the world.
As the Twitter
I-
post says, we do have big mommy energy here at Project Eris.
Thanks, Burb, for that one.
Thank you, Burb, for the social media banger.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll
Oh, yeah.
actually frag out in her game today.
Wow, you can't say that. She's gonna tear you up on socials.
You know, I'm hoping that
I
she can
didn't
prove
say
me
it.
wrong. I'm lighting the fuel. I'm firing her up.
We'll have to see.
No, the Goo Goo Dolls definitely need it, right? Totally
Yeah,
not the top
definitely
team in the
does.
league. Like they're not the top.
Only one of the 2 teams on a win streak, and they can't be beat right now.
Burp could literally sit there on Twitter the entire game, and her teammates are still just crazy.
I
enough.
wouldn't sit on Twitter at the moment. You got some morons.
That's
all I'll
true,
say.
but
There are
we're
some
not going to
ones.
talk about that because it's not fun. And Adam, unfortunately, we're not going to talk about the next couple games because we've got to go.
We're done.
We're done.
That was an hour 30 minutes.
We did do a Project Eris 2 map best of any % speed run.
Literally.
So, as things stand, both Homeland Nova as well as Girl Boss, they took flawless victories, and that's it for me and Adam, but not it for the stream. We still got a couple more games coming up. We're going to throw it up to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Siege.